give the cook a hand. We're getting a hand anyway. But anyways, it was a good deal. Perry set that up. He thought it'd be nice to have us just come and fellowship and kind of relax a little bit. Those tamales are good, aren't they?
Very good, sir.
He told me he married this pretty young woman because she could cook tamales. He said, I haven't got past the tamales. It's every day. Not every day. But anyways, she does cook great tamales. I love them. You know, we have quite a few guests tonight, so I'm going to speed this up. I'm still very upset about the election. Are you guys? Yeah. And I keep on telling myself I'm going to get over this. I'm nowhere near over it. I'm nowhere near all the crap that happened when they were trying to go into the hearings. And I watched every one of them that I could. You know, they presented a good case. What I was really mad about, where I keep on going to this, is the restrictions the media has set on us. Every day they're restricting things that we put out, are they not? It just bothers me to death. I'm just trying to tell you. But I take a look at myself and I say, well, some of these same organizations that I blame for this, right? Facebook, Twitter, all that, I'm still using. So I'm kind of conflict. I had a little conflict with self. And I said, self, you got to find another way. Amen. So of course I'm looking at Parler and other places like that just to feed. I already got rid of my Twitter account. I did that, but I had to really challenge myself. Because I'm upset. Just like the local news, you know, I was watching channel, I believe it was 7, and they were doing a report on Biden, you know, basically being getting elected and talking about how bad Trump was acting and how bad Trump was, and everything was negative against Trump. Part of the problem we have in society today is we have very little mechanism to get that message out that not everything's Trump's fault, right? Not everything is a Republican's fault. Not everything's necessarily a Democrat fault. But the point of the matter is we can't get the information out that we want heard because they're censoring our information. So I'm looking at it, and again, I spent probably about 2 or 3 hours on the computer today just thinking, there's got to be a better way. So I started getting a little bit of feelers. I know Anthony, he's working through trying to find different secure mechanisms and ways that we can put our message out. But like I told people last time we were here, when I was up in Pennsylvania, I was very surprised that the media up there, anything to do with the Republican Party wasn't there. I mean, any positive stuff wasn't there. Can you imagine these two candidates, what they're going through over there, and getting ready to run in Georgia? I'm sorry, I'm out of brain for it. But it's probably the same censorship that I've seen in Pennsylvania during the election. And it just bothered me. And one of the other things I was bothered with is the amount of lack of information about Hunter Biden. Right? Now, we can talk about that all day long, but you know what? That could have changed a whole lot of votes. Do you not agree?
It would have.
It would have changed a lot of votes. You're not going to do anything about it. But you don't know. You know, I told somebody that doing nothing about it, a prime example is the Republican Party in Pine Bluff, right? Or in this county. They don't do anything in Pine Bluff. Why? Because they don't think they can win it. That's the wrong answer.
Amen.
Okay? That is definitely the wrong answer. That's why we're going to try to get involved in that. So the answer to that, they're not going to do anything about it. The only way change occurs is who? Through us.
Yes, sir.
Right? We just have to find the mechanism to get there. Patriots like you and I, you know, we have to find ways to make that happen because it's not going to happen on its own. Yeah, but I don't know what's going on with the Supreme Court. You know, he's just talking about it, I'll bring it up. My gut feeling says that the Supreme Court is trying to stay neutral in politics. That's my gut feeling. Don't know that to be fact. But by the evidence that I heard, did everybody watch some of those hearings in several states?
Yes, I did.
Did you all want to see the evidence?
Yeah.
My goodness, folks, that evidence was crazy. Right? Did you watch it? You say the same thing.
Arizona's hearings were really enlightening.
Right. And I'm just amazed that we're still here talking about it. And I'm amazed that nothing was done. But you know, here's the deal. If we as patriots don't stand up right now, this is going to happen forever. We'll never have a pro-life candidate or a Christian candidate there that we feel comfortable with. And I say that. I know you're looking at me like I'm crazy. Trump has done a lot for the Christian side of the house, right?
Yes, sir. Amen.
Do you think we're going to have the same thing in Biden? I don't think so either. That bothers me. But at the same time, we can sit here and talk about the Christians themselves, right? Which many of us, or not all of us, are Christians. We failed somewhere, right?
Okay.
We know what the policies are. We know the platform of each group. Do we not? I can look at it, right and left. I can see who does what. But, and the Christians is a large majority of our society. But we didn't vote that way, did we? So we failed, didn't we? That's correct. And part of the failure is not understanding the censorship, how to get around the censorship. How do you get the message out? Right? We got to figure in this year, with lots of groups like us, that's why Perry and Bo and us are trying to link up with all the other groups and start a network. Because we got to do better with information. How do we get that dang information out? It's important, right? And another thing is, you know, I sat here and pondered today what I was going to say, and I thought, you know, I got to tell you this Russian hoax thing. I know you heard that 1,000 times. How did we allow that to go on so long? We as patriots. We all knew it was crazy, didn't we? We knew it was crazy. But then again, I thought about it, and I said, you know why it was created? I think it was created so that it would cause a distancing between the Bidens and other organizations of crime occurring. You know, a good example, the Democrat from California, right? What's his name? Swalwell? Did you hear that news? Well, Swalwell, I think they're going to ask him tonight or this week to resign. He was having an affair with a Chinese spy. Do y'all see that? Now here's what I found amazing. So here's a guy that's on the Intelligence Committee, right? Well, so I didn't know he was on the Intelligence Committee, but he was. This young lady joined as an intern, right? And was with him for a while, I think 2012, if I believe the timing correctly. Well, something occurred where she donated some money to his campaign. It must have been a lump sum that drew attention to how in the world she could do it, and then they found out that she was a spy. Did you know the FBI came to him and the Intelligence Committee and told them that she was a spy? And he was still having an affair with her. Now,